Mr. Nigel Farage from Europe for Freedom and Democracy.
Today, and during your speech, Mr. Barroso, there was an all-pervading sense of gloom, and I saw for the first time even your own supporters shaking their heads. They don't believe in what you're saying. The European people don't believe in what you're saying. And I don't really think even you now believe in what you're saying, because we all know that Greece is going to default. The end game for Greece is near, and you can't say you weren't warned. You were told that the treaties were fatally flawed. You were all told that Greece should never have joined the euro. And when I stood up here 5 years ago and talked about Greek bond spreads, you treated me with such utter derision, it was as if I'd been let out of the local lunatic asylum. No, you've been warned all the way through. So now what you've got is economic governance. And everybody here in this front row supports more European economic governance. What is European economic governance? I'll tell you what it is. It's a plane landing at Athens airport, out of which get an official from the Commission, an official from the European Central Bank, and an official for the appalling IMF. And those three people, the Troika you call them, go in, they meet the Greek government, and they tell the Greek government what they may or may not do. You have killed democracy in Greece. You have three part-time overseas dictators that now tell the Greek people what they can and can't do. It is totally unacceptable. Is it any wonder that Greek people are now burning EU flags and drawing swastikas across them? You are, frankly, unless Greece is allowed to get out of this economic and political prison, you may well spark a revolution in that country. I suppose there is some good news at least, and that is that in Germany people are waking up. Right up to the President, people are saying all of this represents the death of democracy. None of this can work, and the German people simply will refuse in the end to pay the bill. Your one achievement is you have split Europe between North and South. The Greeks now badmouth the Germans. The Germans badmouth the Greeks. I have one last plea, Mr. Barroso. Will you please help Greece? Help her to get her currency back. Help her to reschedule her debts. Help her out of the mess that you have put her into. Your policies have failed. Stand up, be a man, admit it.
Now Mr Farage for the FD Group.
Thank you. What we're seeing in this chamber this morning, and indeed across the whole of Europe, is an irreconcilable cultural difference between Greece and Germany. That the countries of Europe are different, and that if you try and force together different people or different economies without first seeking the consent of those people, it is unlikely to work. And yet virtually nobody in the political arena has got the courage to stand up and say that. Indeed, I feel that the continent is now divided from north to south. There is a new Berlin Wall, and it's called the euro. And the old enmities have been resumed. Mr Tsipras, your country should never have joined the euro. I think you acknowledge that. But the big banks, the big businesses and big politics forced you in. Goldman Sachs, the German arms manufacturers, they were all very happy. And when the bailouts began, they weren't for the Greek people. Those bailouts were to bail out French, German and Italian banks. They haven't helped you at all. And these years of austerity, these years of high unemployment, of increasing poverty, none of it's worked. In fact, your debt-GDP ratio has gone from 100% at the start of the crisis to 180% right now. It would be madness, sir, to continue on this course. You have been very brave. You called that referendum. When one of your predecessors tried to do the same, the bully boys of Brussels had him removed. They tried their best again. Mr Juncker said you would have to leave the euro and leave the European Union. Even Mr Schulz, the President of the Parliament, who one would have thought might be neutral, said that if the Greeks voted no, their power supplies may even go down. There were threats and bullying, but the Greeks stood firm. But, sir, You cannot have your cake and eat it. They will give you no more, these people. They can't afford to. If they give you more, they'll have to give other Eurozone members more. So your moment has come. And frankly, if you've got the courage, you should lead the Greek people out of the Eurozone with your head held high. Get back your democracy. Get back control of your country. Give your people the leadership and the hope that they crave. Yes, it will be tough for the first few months, but with a devalued currency and with friends of Greece all over the world, you will recover.